Beneath the frosty leaf litter of early spring, a queen bumblebee named Furvy emerges. Last year's colony has completed its life cycle, but newly mated queens like Furvy have survived the winter hidden safely in the soil, protected by the insulating leaves from the freezing temperatures. Before Furvy can take flight, she must warm her powerful thoracic muscles. Bumblebees can generate heat through vibration, but they also use the warmth of their environment. In the city, a heat-radiating subway grate provides the perfect spot for Furvy to prepare for her first journey of the season. With her muscles warm, Furvy takes to the air. Having depleted much of her energy reserves during the long winter, her immediate priority is finding a source of nectar to fuel her search for a permanent home and boost her chances of establishing a successful new colony. Furvy navigates the city by following a green corridor, a vital pollinator highway. This network of gardens, trees, and public parks provides a path across the urban landscape, offering the nectar and resting spots she needs to continue her search. Along her path, Furvy encounters a solitary mining bee. While the mining bee's life cycle is short and specialized, Furvy is a generalist. She requires a continuous supply of diverse floral resources to support her future colony from spring through fall, making her search for the right environment critical. As Furvy feeds, she performs the essential work of pollination. Nectar provides her with energy, while pollen attaches to her body and is transferred between flowers as she moves. It is a vital relationship where both the bee and the plant benefit from the exchange. In an unexpected turn, Furvy lands on a commuter's hat to rest. She is about to cross New York Harbor, a journey made possible by human movement. Insects often travel much further than their own flight paths would allow by hitching rides on vehicles and people. The ferry carries Furvy away from Manhattan and across the harbor. This journey brings her to new territory in Brooklyn Bridge Park, where she will find fresh habitat. Sometimes, a long-distance mission to establish a new home is aided by a little bit of unexpected luck. In Brooklyn Bridge Park, Furvy encounters a mason bee. Unlike Furvy, mason bees work alone to seal individual egg chambers. Furvy, however, continues her search for a location capable of supporting a growing, season-long social colony. Furvy travels through a densely urban area with limited greenery. Though street tree beds offer only minimal resources, they act as essential stepping stones, connecting larger patches of habitat and allowing bees to navigate safely through the concrete landscape. The role of humans is just as important. In community gardens, residents plant native species and nurture the soil, creating a healthier, more vibrant environment. Their stewardship provides the food and shelter needed to support pollinators like Furvy. In this garden, Furvy finds her ideal home, an abandoned rodent burrow nestled beneath thick grass. It is protected, stable, and conveniently located near a steady, diverse food supply. Her search has finally come to a successful end. Inside the nest, Furvy works tirelessly. She builds wax cells, collects pollen and nectar, and lays her first batch of eggs. As the sole member of her emerging colony, she must manage every task, from foraging to protection, on her own. A storm approaches, bringing heavy rain that forces Furvy to remain inside. The cold and wet conditions make flying impossible. Fortunately, the food stores she gathered beforehand will help her and her developing brood survive the difficult days ahead. Even as the rain falls outside, development continues inside the burrow. The larvae grow steadily, and Furvy remains close by, ensuring their safety. Building a thriving colony is a test of patience, persistence, and careful preparation. The rain has ended, and flowers are blooming again. Furvy returns to collecting nectar and pollen, rebuilding the food stores her colony depends on. Every trip outside helps her prepare for the arrival of her very first worker. The colony's first workers have emerged. These daughters now take over foraging, gathering pollen and nectar, while Furvy remains in the nest to lay more eggs. From this point on, every bee has a role, and together they can accomplish much more than a queen alone. As workers begin gathering food daily, the colony grows steadily. At the same time, the community garden is reaching its peak. Native flowers support many pollinators, while gardeners care for the plants and soil. People and pollinators are working together to make this garden thrive. Hot weather affects everyone. Inside the nest, worker bees help keep the brood from overheating by circulating air. Outside, green spaces and shaded trees help cool the neighborhood, while paved surfaces retain heat. These gardens provide a crucial sanctuary when the city gets too hot. Many plants, like tomatoes and peppers, release their pollen only when vibrated at a specific frequency. Bumblebees achieve this through buzz pollination. By vibrating their flight muscles, They shake loose pollen that other bees cannot reach, leading to healthier plants and larger harvests. Months of effort are paying off. The community is harvesting fresh vegetables, a result of sunlight, rain, and the diligent work of both gardeners and pollinators. It serves as a reminder that the environment in which we live and work truly matters. Rooftop gardens also act as rest stops along pollinator highways. All green spaces contribute to better biodiversity and public health. Here, a scout bee forages on a prickly pear to fuel the colony's increasing needs as it continues to grow throughout the season. As summer fades into fall, flowers begin producing seeds and the harvest slows. The colony prepares for the next stage of its life cycle. Every season has a purpose and serves as preparation for the one that followed. Sustainability in action includes collecting seeds, building compost, and leaving habitat for overwintering insects. By allowing native plants to complete their natural life cycles, gardeners provide essential shelter and nutrients to wildlife through the coming winter months. Furvy's mission is complete, and her colony has succeeded. Though the old queen will not survive the winter, a new generation has already found shelter across the city. Spring will return, and with it, new queens will emerge to begin the cycle once more. I stopped to photograph a native bee gathering pollen, but something caught my attention. Instead of moving smoothly from flower to flower, it darted unpredictably through the air. I wondered what I was really seeing. I stayed a little longer. The bees kept returning to the flowers, but something about their movement didn't seem quite right. I took more photographs, hoping they might reveal something I couldn't see in the moment. Later that afternoon, I headed home, changed into my running clothes, and got ready for my usual route along the river. It was a routine I looked forward to every day. The path felt peaceful. Trees lined one side, while traffic flowed steadily on the other. I believed I had found the perfect place to exercise. Day after day, I followed the same path. Running made me feel healthy, and I never questioned the environment surrounding me. I waited patiently at the bus shelter for the bus to arrive and take me to my annual physical, eager to get it done. I wanted to move on with my day. Instead, I received news I wasn't prepared for. Suddenly, the questions I had about my health had no easy answers. Back at the bus stop for a return trip home, I replayed everything in my mind. I kept asking myself what I had missed. The library became my next stop. If I wanted answers, I needed to understand more than my medical chart. As I studied maps, reports, and neighborhood data, a larger picture began to emerge. My health wasn't separate from the place where I lived. Looking out the train window, I noticed the city differently. Parks, highways, apartment buildings, and neighborhoods were all connected in ways I had never considered. Looking out the train window, I noticed the city differently. Parks, highways, apartment buildings, and neighborhoods were all connected in ways I had never considered. The walk home felt different. Every block revealed something new. Trees, sidewalks, traffic, and the elevated tracks that had always been part of my neighborhood. I stepped back into my apartment building, carrying more questions than answers. This time, I picked up my camera instead of my running shoes. I wanted to see my neighborhood more carefully. At a neighborhood meeting, I learned about the nearby highway, the community garden, and how access to green space can influence the health of an entire community. Walking into the garden, I was speechless. Bees, butterflies, flowers, vegetables, birds, and neighbors all shared the same space. It was full of life. The garden was full of life. Bees, butterflies, flowers, vegetables, and neighbors all depended on the same healthy environment. I decided to volunteer. Caring for the garden helped me understand that healthier neighborhoods are built one small action at a time. I walked toward the little red lighthouse, hoping to capture the beauty of the river. But through my camera, I noticed something else. The steady stream of exhaust drifting from the bridge and nearby highway, while walkers, runners, and cyclists shared the same air. When I reviewed my photographs, I realized they had captured more than beautiful scenery. They had captured the relationship between nature, infrastructure, and the people living alongside both. I couldn't move the highway. I couldn't erase decades of development. But I realized I still had choices. I could seek out greener spaces, support the places that made my neighborhood healthier, and become part of the effort to improve them. For the first time, I stopped blaming myself. Understanding my environment lifted a weight I had been carrying. Knowing why gave me something even more important: direction. I came home carrying more than my camera. I carried a new understanding of the neighborhood I'd lived in for years. I couldn't change where I lived, but I could change how I moved through it. Every choice became an opportunity to protect my health and appreciate the green spaces my community worked so hard to create. The next time I went for a run, I chose a different route. I followed the greener path whenever I could. I couldn't change everything around me, but I could make more informed choices, appreciate the value of urban green spaces, and join others working to create healthier neighborhoods for everyone.